Still not sure about the difference between a Bruxa and a Striga? We know you'll want to binge Netflix's adaptation of The Witcher faster than a teleporting roach, so here's all the terminology you need to know before you venture into Geralt's world. The most important part of The Witcher is, well, The Witcher. Alchemically enhanced humans with incredible speed and strength, heightened senses, accelerated healing, and an extended lifespan. Witchers make their living as supernatural mercenaries and monster hunters. They also look great taking a bath. They're basically like the Marvel mutants of this world. Think medieval Wolverine, but with swords instead of claws. A source is an individual with a natural affinity for magics. As much a burden as a blessing, these powers can result in accidental catastrophe or manifest as mental illness if not properly harnessed. Although the time where wizards would hunt and abduct sources is long gone, there is still fear surrounding those with magical abilities. Basically, in The Witcher, magic is rare and dangerous. It's worth noting that the magic originating from sources is much more complicated than the sign magic used by witchers. Signs, which are simple magic spells, require minimal power and can be used by anyone with the proper training. A witcher uses potions and elixirs to enhance and sharpen his abilities, allowing him to have clear vision in the dark, hearing that's sharpened beyond measure, and to become incredibly stealthy. This dramatically changes his appearance, making his eyes black and face sheet white, as you can see at the end of the trailer for the Netflix show. Occurring around 1500 years before the events of the main story, the conjunction of the spheres was a big old cataclysm that smushed the multiverses together, resulting in magic, monsters, and most other unexplained fantasy stuff in the Witcher setting. Those who carry elder blood in their veins are thought to be special, as it carries with it a font of strong magical ability that's believed by some to be gone from the world. Elder blood refers to the elven sorceress Lara Doran's bloodline, of which one of our main characters, Ciri, is a descendant. In Slavic folklore, the Striga is a female, vampiric demon, sometimes believed to take the form of an owl in order to attack and eat travelers. In the short story The Witcher from the Last Wish book, King Foltest's daughter is cursed at birth, dies, is buried, and arises 7 years later as a sharp-toothed beast who emerges at night to snack on hapless folk. After a tussle which includes knocking out a lord from Novigrad to use as bait, Geralt eventually defeats the Striga and returns her to her human form. A powerful female vampire with the ability to change into a giant bat with screams so powerful they can break through Geralt's sign magic, Bruxa is Portuguese for witch. This is a goat-like devil based on pagan depictions of Pan that Geralt meets in the Edge of the World story from The Last Wish. These are generally not much of a threat unless you happen to be livestock or fowl. Geralt tries to sell off a Kikimora's corpse to the alderman of Blaviken in the Lesser Evil story from The Last Wish. Turns out, the Kikimora isn't particularly useful for elixirs, but hey, a witcher's gotta make a living. This whole ordeal spirals into a series of events that earn Geralt the nickname, the Butcher of Blaviken. The Law of Surprise is an ancient custom stating that, upon performing a boon for another, the savior can make a vague, riddle-esque request. It's speculated at one point that, as a child, Geralt himself was taken by the Witchers this way. The boon is frequently a child, and indeed, the same law is evoked by Geralt upon saving a young Duny, father of Ciri, hence, Ciri became Geralt's ward. Sorcerers created the trials that turned men into mutated witchers like Geralt, though the ancient method has largely been lost over time. Called the Trial of Grasses, this is a painful and regularly fatal mutation process which gives witchers their supernatural abilities through the infusion of herbs, chemicals, and magic. And for more Witcher, check out our recommended Witcher reading order and our trailer breakdown of Netflix's The Witcher. And follow and subscribe wherever you like to watch IGN.